Hi, my name is Teresa Bruni, and I am the healer and founder of Less Fear, More Flow. Welcome to today's presentation. Today, I want to speak with you about the intelligence of your body. Your body is speaking with you. The question is, are you listening? Every single day, your body sends you all kinds of messages. Some of them we are eager to listen to, such as hunger or fatigue, tiredness, thirst. Other messages we choose to ignore, and we're not sure why our body is sending us these messages. Over time, we've actually been trained by society and by loved ones to ignore these messages, such as, let's say you play sports or you played sports in high school or college. You were probably encouraged to push through the pain. So even though your body was sending you this message, it hurts, I need a break, you were encouraged to push through the pain. So that's a physical symptom. That's a physical message that our body sends that we might choose to ignore. Other messages are emotional messages. So, we've all heard the saying, big girls don't cry, and especially big boys don't cry. And so we were always taught to stuff our emotions rather than relying on our emotions to guide us through the healing that we required. Now, here's the problem with that. When you continue to ignore those messages, they will become louder and louder until they manifest into a full-blown chronic health condition. So I'm here today to encourage you to tune into your body and start to listen to those messages. Now, a person that I truly admired, who is no longer with us on the physical plane, is Louise Hay. Louise Hay is the founder of Hay House Publishing, and she wrote a book probably over 20 years ago entitled You Can Heal Your Life. And this book documents her journey on how she healed herself from breast cancer and what she learned on that journey. Louise also spent a lot of time working with people who had chronic health conditions, and she was able to put together a glossary of symptoms and match those symptoms to the emotional root. Just as a quick overview, I have a chart here. This is a Louise Hay chart. This is an emotional pain chart. So this just deals strictly with emotional pain, and it goes down the body. So I just want to review some of this with you so that you can get a feel for what your body is trying to tell you. Our neck represents our ability to see both sides. So if your neck is stiff or if your neck hurts, you might ask yourself where you're being stubborn and your inability to see both sides of an issue, okay? Our shoulders represent our ability to carry out life joyfully. So if you think about Atlas, and if you can think of that picture of Atlas carrying the world on his shoulders, okay? Our shoulders represent carrying too much stress. So if you have pain in your shoulders or in that upper section of your back, think about how much stress you may be carrying and figure out what you might be able to relieve. Sometimes we need to ask for help. Sometimes that's not easy for people. Our spine is our support system. So without our spine, we would not be able to stand up straight. And then we break it down into the different sections of the spine. So the upper spine represents emotional support. So if your upper back hurts, that's that support, the shoulders and the upper back Maybe you're not getting the emotional support you need from family and friends to carry out your life in a joyful manner. The middle back, Louise says, is an indication of guilt. So is there something that happened in the past that you're still carrying guilt around? If so, I highly recommend that you let that go. Keep in mind, the only thing that we can change about the past is how we think about it. Okay? And I have more information on that in other videos. The lower back is an indication of financial support. So typically, if your lower back is hurting, it's an indication that you're worried about your finances. Our wrists represent our ability to move and flow. So do most of our joints. If your joints are locked up, it's an indication that you can't move and flow easily through life. And so in my practice, we look at the fact that the joint is locked up, and then we also look at the individual joint for its symbolism, because each joint has its symbolism as well. For example, on the chart here, our hips. Our hips represent our ability to move forward in life. So without our hips, we can't move forward. It's really fascinating how literal the body is. So it's not as difficult to figure out as you might think. And then our knees are about pride and ego. So if you're having knee issues, there's a good chance that you might have a little bit too much pride and that your ego might be a little bit large. So you might want to think about that. If you're having physical pain in your body, I highly recommend that you check out Louise's book. There are also numerous resources on the internet that you can check out that will help you figure out the symbolism that the body is sending you. Now, sadly, with Western medicine, oftentimes if we go to the doctor with a joint ache, we will have a physical exam. Maybe we'll have some x-rays or ultrasound, things like that. And if they can't find something physically wrong, then they medicate it. Oftentimes, if they find something physically wrong, they medicate it as well. Medications can help short term, but our job is to get to the root of the issue and deal with those underlying emotions in order to facilitate healing from within. Long-term pharmaceutical use is not highly recommended. It's really important to remember that drugs have side effects, and long-term use of pharmaceuticals can often have very negative side effects. So if you are taking pharmaceuticals, be sure to do your research, find out what those side effects are. Sometimes with Western medicine, we're given another drug to counteract the side effects of the first drug that we're taking. So a good example of that would be several years ago, who had chronic arthritis. And the medications that she was taking for her arthritis were so toxic to her stomach that she had to take additional medications to protect her stomach. So then we begin to get on that roller coaster ride of pharmaceuticals, and that's never a good thing. That's why I'm here recording this video for you today. Again, your body is extremely intelligent and it's trying to communicate with you. Now, you may think that your body is breaking down and betraying you, but in reality, it's trying to support you. Your job is to stop and listen. There's a great technique that you can use, and it's fairly simple. It's called focusing. And here's how it works. Find a comfortable place to sit. Make sure that you're in a quiet spot, and let family members know that you need 20-30 minutes to be uninterrupted. Make sure you're wearing comfortable clothes. You don't want anything binding you. Find that cozy chair, maybe cover up with a blanket if you need to, and have some support for your head. Close your eyes. Focus in on your body. And the first thing I'd like you to do is thank your body for cooperating with you for all of these years. Thank it for allowing you to see, hear, feel, taste, and touch. Thank it for allowing you to hold those whom you love. Thank your feet for carrying you every single day. And once you have thanked your body, continue to tune in and ask the question, what is it that you're trying to tell me? Or what is it that you want me to know? And then be still. Listen for the first answer that comes up. That is most often the right answer. It may take a few minutes or it might come right away. Pay attention to that answer. Honor your body. Thank your body for communicating with you. Again, honor your body for all it's done for you over all of the years. And then you can walk yourself out of this focusing and step back into the present moment. This is highly effective. I encourage you to give it a try. You'll be amazed. Okay. There is so much more I want to tell you. I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button and then click that little bell so you get notified as I release more videos. There's so much more I want to teach you about being empowered. I want you to empower your life so that not only your health, but your finances and your relationships are all empowered. You deserve it. Okay. Thank you so much for being with me, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.